Yes, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm VJ and you are now watching another episode of my reaction for today. Actually guys, I was out for 1 month, so because I had personal reasons to attend to. But today I'm gonna be resuming my reaction videos, and so I'm gonna be watching another video released by EK Cristobal. This is brutally analyzing the truth about Filipinos ranking first in idol survival shows. So it's gonna be, it's so interesting, so I'm gonna be watching it today. Let's go, guys.
With Filipino idols recently securing first place in major survival shows, a familiar question arises. Was their nationality a determining factor in the results? Is their success simply the result of voting power, or do idols like Sophia, JL, and Alizia have the qualities that truly justify their top rankings? And where does Jelly fit into this conversation? EK Cristobal presents Dissecting the Truth Behind Filipino Idols Ranking First in Survival Shows, Understanding Talent, Industry Validation, and Global Appeal.
Whoa.
Disclaimer, this analysis is based on my perspective, drawing from available data, industry insights, and my own observations. To move beyond assumptions, let's break down the full picture, from how the idol industry operates as a business to the talents of these Filipino idols, and how the rising influence of K-pop in the Philippines impacts survival show outcomes.
Okay. Beyond nationality, the strategy that determines idol survival show winners. Why the Philippines became a game changer for universe
When it comes
ticket.
to survival shows and K-pop groups, the industry has traditionally centered around countries with well-established idol markets, mainly Korea, Japan, and China. Korea's strong domestic fanbase provides credibility. Japan's position as the world's second-largest music market fuels international growth, and China's financially powerful fandoms drive massive revenue. However, the industry has been shifting, with Southeast Asia emerging as a key region in K-pop's global expansion. Countries like Indonesia, Thailand, and the Philippines have become impossible to ignore, thanks to their dominance in streaming, social media engagement, and large-scale voting participation. The Philippines, in particular, stands out, not just for its highly active fan culture, but also for its increasing role as a consumer market for K-pop content, merchandise, and concerts. With the conclusion of Universe Ticket and Universe League, it's clear that the Philippines is no longer just a secondary market, it has become a strategic focus. But why is this market so crucial now?
Behind the scenes, how idol survival shows select
Did you know that
contestants.
competitions start long before the public sees them? Producers begin evaluating potential candidates during... Did you know that competitions start long before the public sees them? Producers begin evaluating potential candidates during private auditions, assessing both talent and marketability. Regardless of how contestants are discovered, all trainees, Filipino or otherwise, undergo the same rigorous process, broken down into two phases. Phase 1, online auditions. Producers assess both talent and marketability, which includes factors like personality, visuals, and audience appeal. They look for trainees who meet industry standards, stand out on screen, and align with the company's long-term vision. Phase 2, in-person auditions. The focus shifts to industry readiness. Trainees are tested on how well they perform under pressure, maintain consistency across evaluations, and demonstrate the stage presence necessary to feel like a true idol, even in a small audition room. At this stage, talent and presence take priority, but business strategy also plays a role. While nationality alone isn't the deciding factor, it can become an advantage when a trainee's background aligns with a company's goal to capture key markets and drive audience engagement. This is where external factors, such as regional influence, begin to intersect with talent selection. In recent years, the Philippines' growing impact on K-pop has made this connection even more evident, benefiting both labels that actively target the region and contestants who gain increased visibility as a result.
The Philippines is a K-pop powerhouse, what the numbers reveal.
The Philippines has rapidly become a major player in K-pop's global economy, consistently ranking among the top countries driving the industry's success. Its influence has not only remained strong, but has grown year after year, making it an essential market for entertainment companies. In 2021, the Philippines ranked third globally in K-pop fan activity on Twitter, now behind Indonesia and Japan according to GMA News Online in January 2022. By 2022, the Philippines was BTS's second largest audience on Spotify, following the United States. In 2023, ENHYPEN's Manifesto concert in the Philippines generated their second highest revenue during their first ever world tour. In 2024, 17's Follow to Tour in Bulacan became their highest grossing concert during that era. Top K-pop and K-drama stars continue to secure exclusive brand partnerships in the Philippines, solidifying its role as a crucial commercial hub. These are just a few examples demonstrating that the Philippines isn't merely a fanbase that trends hashtags, it's a market that actively drives K-pop's global revenue streams. Entertainment companies don't choose which markets to prioritize on a whim, they analyze data, track sales, and study fan behaviors. With such a strong presence in streaming, concert sales, and brand endorsements, it's no surprise that entertainment companies pay close attention to Filipino audiences, even in survival show voting trends. This is particularly evident in how companies like F and F Entertainment approach contestant visibility, balancing both industry-ready talent and market appeal. But how does this strategy shape the way Filipino contestants are presented on screen?
Contestant visibility, their
By
skills.
now, it's clear that survival shows don't operate randomly. Every contestant's journey begins long before the public gets to vote. The first impression isn't made by the audience, it's made by the production team or the industry panel. These early assessments are crucial, as they determine which contestants will be among those whose talent is most highlighted and recognized once the show airs. By the time certain contestants are prominently featured, producers have already identified them as industry-ready talents with strong screen presence and market appeal. But more importantly, their visibility isn't just about marketability. It's about how their skills justify that appeal. Take JL's introduction in Universe League as the latest example. Even before his performance, the show had already hinted at his potential with reactions from the directors that sparked curiosity. While we can't know exactly what was in his profile, it's highly likely that it reflected not just his technical abilities, but also his potential as a fan favorite, something that became increasingly evident as the show progressed. But here's the real question. When Filipino contestants rise to the top, is it purely a result of voting power, or do their vocal technique, dance execution, and overall stage performance validate their rankings?
Vocal.
A defining feature of Sophia, JL, and Alizia's vocal approach is their natural openness in vocal production, shaped by their foundational training and cultural influences.
It's the crying that reminds us.
Sophia and Alizia's theater backgrounds emphasize articulation, projection, and emotional storytelling, skills that foster an open and projected sound while maintaining clarity.
Everything that really helps you be popular, I'll help you be popular. Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? You hang with the right cohorts, you'll be good at sports. Know the slang you've got to know. And ready to know what the people know.
JL, while receiving training similar to K-pop idols before joining Universe League, also benefits from a naturally open vocal quality shaped by Filipino cultural tendencies toward expressive, full-bodied singing.
You, I want you now more than ever.
This openness not only enhances their expressive phrasing, but also equips them to meet diverse stylistic demands without sacrificing technical integrity. This openness also addresses concerns about nasality, allowing them to adopt industry-driven vocal styles without compromising their core technique. While nasality is often a stylistic choice in East Asian music for its bright tone, their foundational openness ensures that such adjustments do not limit their vocal clarity or flexibility. I've explored nasality in K-pop in a different video discussing Alizia's skills in depth, so you might want to check that out. Beyond vocal production, their vocal intelligence further shapes their distinct identities. So far, JL and Alizia have demonstrated a clear understanding of their strengths, making strategic choices that allow them to sing with both power and longevity. When reaching very high notes, they opt for a headier mix instead of pushing their chest voice beyond safe limits, ensuring stability and sustainability throughout demanding schedules. This measured approach highlights their adaptability, proving that true vocal skill isn't about sheer power alone, but about making choices that preserve long-term vocal health. In an idol group, consistency matters just as much as vocal power. A singer who can deliver solid performances across multiple promotions, concerts, and recordings without vocal fatigue is an invaluable asset. While Sophia has had fewer opportunities to showcase her full vocal multiple promotions, concerts, and recordings without vocal fatigue is an invaluable asset. While Sophia has had fewer opportunities to showcase her full vocal range due to the limited material available, What she has demonstrated so far already highlights her strong grasp of vocal technique.
I can see the diamonds in the dust.
Her ability to navigate subtle vocal mechanics shows clear control and precision, hinting at even greater potential as she continues to gain experience and exposure. JL's material remains limited due to his K-pop group not yet debuting, but as he gains more stage experience, he is likely to deepen his projection and refine his performance dynamics. Sophia's upcoming comeback presents a pivotal opportunity to showcase her growth and further define her vocal identity. Meanwhile, Alizia's development has been remarkable. Each comeback highlights her evolving skills, and at just 15, she is in a prime period for vocal growth. While their public exposure differs, their potential for continuous improvement is undeniable. Despite these differences in exposure and stage experience, one fact remains consistent. They are among the most dependable vocalists in their groups. Alizia stands as the strongest in hers, while JL and Sophia rank within the top 2 in theirs, all while adapting to an entirely new training system without losing their natural vocal strengths. This speaks volumes about both their solid foundations and their ability to meet evolving industry standards. Another dimension of their vocal ability is agility.
Yeah.
Which is by your heavenly song. And something takes over me in the days. Your love so amazing, it's not a phase.
Since Sophia is in a pop group, she naturally has more opportunities to develop and showcase vocal agility, which will be crucial for tackling intricate vocal arrangements in the future. In contrast, K-pop performances tend to place less emphasis on agility, focusing more on...
Actually, I didn't know much about Cat's Eye, but I know that Sophia is a Filipino, but I really don't know that she has that really, really nice and strong voice or vocals.
Stage presence and overall performance balance. Hopefully, JL and Alizia will also be given opportunities in this area because the more exposure they get, the more their room for growth in this aspect will expand.
Knocks me right up on my feet.
Ultimately, the three of them have proven that true vocal skill isn't just about range or power. It's about knowing how to use one's voice effectively without sacrificing long-term health. Sophia, JL, and Alizia exemplify the kind of intelligent vocalists who understand this balance, making them reliable and essential members of their groups.
Dance, okay.
Even during their pre-debut training and survival show journey, Sophia, JL, and Alizia's natural dance foundation was already evident, especially their ability to execute movements with clear intent. For Sophia, this is particularly noticeable in the firmness of her movements. Her steps are precise and deliberate rather than weak or hesitant, even back in Dream Academy. This indicates that she already possesses a promising level of dance strength, a sign that her muscles are well conditioned to support her technique. It's no surprise that this remains evident, if not even more refined, since her debut. Further sharpening her control will only enhance her ability to deliver movements with greater intention and impact. However, with only a debut album's worth of material, it's understandable that we have yet to see her full potential. Meanwhile, Alizia's strength lies in her effective use of space. She fully extends her lines, making her execution appear larger and more intentional. During Universe Ticket, she initially struggled with properly executing smaller movements compared to larger ones. However, with consistent training, she refined her technique, leading to cleaner angles and sharper execution by the time of her debut. While her control over smaller details was an area for improvement, her natural strength was evident early on, the biggest giveaway being her ability to execute large movements with impact, which requires a certain level of strength. Though fast-paced choreography can still challenge her in intricate sequences, her steady improvement suggests she is continuously strengthening this aspect, making her growth evident with each performance. Understanding their development also means recognizing the differences in training systems in Korea and the Philippines. Korea's idol training system is globally recognized for its structured and rigorous approach, focusing on vocals, dance, stage presence, and performance stamina. Refined over decades, the system sets the global standard for idol development and influences both local and international groups. In the Philippines, while freestyle and performance-based dance have long been part of the culture, structured, company-backed training inspired by K-pop has only recently gained traction. As K-pop's influence grew, local entertainment companies began adopting similar methodologies for idol development. A prime example of this evolution is JL. Before Universe League, he underwent years of training under a system similar to K-pop methodologies, and even debuted in a Filipino idol group. While JL's dance abilities have been somewhat overlooked due to the focus on his singing, his exceptional control and precision undeniably make him main dancer material in a HOF. Beyond the group, his technical mastery reflects a high skill level, even by broader industry standards. JL's strength lies in how his entire body, arms, core, legs, and footwork works together to create a clean and intentional performance. While his controlled precision and sharp execution are defining qualities, adapting to looser, groove-based styles can be more about adjusting movement dynamics rather than skill. With his strong technical foundation, he is well equipped to refine his versatility as he continues to grow. You can also watch my video analyzing pre-debut HOF for more details. What makes Sophia, JL, and Alizia stand out is not just their technical execution, but their ability to merge it with individuality. Their natural vocal ability allows them to express musical nuances through their voices, an instinct that carries over to their dance. This gives them the flexibility to adjust timing, phrasing, and energy to match a song's dynamics seamlessly. This ability to move with the music, rather than just on top of it, is what separates a technically skilled dancer from a captivating performer. While clean execution can make a routine impressive, it's expressiveness, nuance, and a deeper connection to the music that bring a performance to life. This also explains why each new performance from them feels like an improvement. With a solid technical foundation already in place, the focus shifts to fine-tuning, and for dancers who naturally understand musicality, that refinement process becomes much smoother. While the Philippines' strong K-pop fanbase may make Filipino contestants strategic picks, their visibility wasn't just about market appeal. It was about how their skills justified that appeal.
Visibility beyond the stage.
At this point, producers may set the stage, but once the show reaches the public, the power dynamic can shift. Audience reception, driven by performance quality, stage presence, and online engagement, can determine how far a contestant's momentum can extend. And in today's survival show landscape, social media isn't just a conversation hub, it's an active force that shapes public perception. Nowhere is this more evident than in the digital influence of Filipino fans, whose ability to mobilize online has redefined how survival show contestants gain traction.
Power of Filipino digital influence.
The Philippines has long been recognized as a social media powerhouse. According to Ion Asia, the country was dubbed the social media capital of the world as early as 2015, and retained the title for 5 consecutive years through 2020. Even in 2024, the Philippines remains a dominant force in the digital landscape, ranking 9th among the top 10 countries with the most social media users, according to the World Population Review. This deep-rooted digital presence extends beyond just user numbers. As Spiralytics points out, social media is woven into Filipino culture, shaping communication, entertainment, shopping habits, and brand interactions. Today, the percentage of Filipinos actively engaging across multiple platforms continues to reflect this strong digital integration based on the 2025 Digital Survey by Simon Kemp. While these numbers don't exclusively represent K-pop fans, they highlight an extremely engaged digital audience, one that directly impacts survival shows where visibility, rapid information spread, and fan mobilization can determine contestant rankings. Survival shows are not just talent competitions, they are market testing platforms that gauge a trainee's ability to capture public attention, especially in key markets. Producers recognize this and leverage audience engagement trends when shaping contestant narratives, ensuring those with both talent and market appeal receive visibility that aligns with long-term industry goals. A prime example is the consistent dominance of Alizia in Universe Ticket and JL in Universe League. Their overwhelming support wasn't incidental. It was the result of producers recognizing their market potential early on and positioning them as key players in the competition. By strategically highlighting their performances, the show ensured that their strengths, both in skill and audience appeal, were maximized. This, combined with their ability to consistently deliver high-level performances, reinforced their frontrunner status.
Understanding the producer's endgame.
Producers hold the authority to shape a show's direction because survival programs aren't just talent showcases, they are investments. While audience support plays a crucial role, the producer's decisions on contestant selection, storylines, and final lineup are strategically aligned with broader business objectives. Their job is to balance raw skill with industry viability, ensuring that those who receive visibility are not only talented but also capable of thriving in the competitive idol landscape. By the time Alizia and JL earned the #1 spot in their respective finales, their trajectory was not just a reflection of audience influence, but also of their ability to meet and exceed expectations throughout the competition. For Universe Ticket and Universe League, F&F Entertainment recognized the power of international fan bases, particularly from the Philippines, where they had already seen K-pop's strong presence and proven success. This focus on global reach isn't unique to F&F Entertainment. As the K-pop industry continues expanding internationally, labels are strategically adjusting their survival show formats to target regions with strong and growing K-pop consumption, like the Philippines. In fact, MLD Entertainment was the first Korean label to partner with a Philippine network to produce a global idol group. Now on its second season of this endeavor, MLD first introduced Dream Maker in 2023 and is following up with Be the Next, 9 Dreamers in 2025.
Yeah.
In MLD's case, this interest can be traced back to the massive success of Mamaland's Boom Boom among Filipino audiences in 2018, which likely made the industry take notice of the country's potential as a promising market for K-pop expansion.
Yeah. Real reason Sophia ranked
While
first.
Olivia and JL's journeys reflect the traditional K-pop pathway, Sophia's debut through Hybe X Geffen's The Debut, Dream Academy represents a bold step into a new era, one that expands beyond the conventional K-pop framework. I won't dive too deeply into the K-pop versus global idol debate since that could be an entire video on its own. But one thing is undeniable, Sophia's journey was distinct from the very beginning. Of course, there are similarities in how these idols were discovered, as we've already discussed. Both paths demand rigorous training and discipline, yet the fundamental difference lies in their foundations, target audiences, and the industries they are positioned within. One major distinction of Dream Academy was its content distribution strategy. While traditional survival shows build engagement through frequent updates and behind-the-scenes content, Dream Academy deliberately took a different approach. Limited content was made available on free platforms like YouTube, while the full, unfiltered narrative, showcasing the depth of training and development, was reserved for a high-profile Netflix documentary. This was not just a creative decision, it was a strategic move to elevate Cat's Eye as a global, premium act, one meant to transcend the traditional K-pop market. However, the documentary later revealed just how much public perception had been shaped during the competition, so much so that even Bang PD acknowledged its influence, stating, I designed this to be similar to the Olympics, and I thought that would stir up a lot of interest, but more people voted based on nationality. The Olympic-style structure of Dream Academy naturally encouraged nationalistic voting. It's an instinctive response when competitors are framed as representatives of their nations. When audience exposure is limited, people often rely on familiar markers, such as nationality or early impressions, especially in a global competition where information is spread across borders. This effect is amplified in international contests where fans have fragmented access to content. Yet, while this format amplified audience-driven biases, it didn't erase the core factor that determined long-term success: industry validation. Beyond public perception, industry experts, who had full insight into the contestants' growth, consistently validated Sophia's talent.
Yeah.
While the real-time voting audience had access to only a fraction of her journey, the documentary later revealed what had been unseen: repeated, high-level praise from top mentors who described her as a natural vocal talent, very clean and polished, and a natural born leader without question. These weren't just casual compliments, they were assessments from some of the most respected trainers in the industry, handpicked by the Dream Academy creative team for their expertise across all disciplines. When industry veterans with decades of experience consistently recognize someone's ability, that endorsement carries weight far beyond momentary public opinion. Her consistently high rankings throughout training further solidified her legitimacy. Unlike cases where popularity alone dictates survival, Sophia's position was reinforced through repeated standout performances, each one reaffirming her skill, presence, and leadership. At the end of the day, being popular is itself an asset, especially
Is she
for a
also
group that
the
succeed on a global scale.
wait?
But
Is she also the leader of Cat's Eye?
unlike cases where popularity alone dictates survival, Sophia's position was reinforced through repeated standout performances, each one reaffirming her skill, presence, and leadership. At the end of the day, being popular is itself an asset, especially for a group designed to succeed on a global scale. But Sophia's success was never just about her nationality. It was about her talent, her leadership, and her undeniable presence, qualities that allowed her to rise beyond borders. The numbers speak for themselves. In the finale, she didn't just top the rankings in the Philippines, she ranked first across more than 60 countries. That's not something that can be reduced to just one nation's influence. It's proof that even in a system where national pride plays a role, real talent still shines through.
Yeah, true. Power of knowing who you are.
At the core of their success lies something even more fundamental: self-awareness. Dream Academy dance teacher Nikki put it best: if you don't know what you're selling, nobody's gonna buy it. This principle is key to understanding why Sophia, JL, and Alizia have risen to where they are today. In the idol industry, every performer is essentially a brand. Knowing what you're selling means fully embracing and projecting your unique strengths. Whether it's Alizia's skyrocketing vocal improvement, JL's main dancer-level skills, or Sophia's unmatched leadership, all three clearly communicate what sets them apart. This clarity is what makes them compelling, because fans aren't just drawn to their talent. They're investing in their stories, personas, and presence. This aligns with another key lesson from Dream Academy: If an idol doesn't fully embrace and project their identity, audiences won't engage with or support them. Sophia, JL, and Alizia's ability to own their strengths is why not only Filipino fans, but also industry experts see their potential and are willing to invest in their future. But self-awareness alone isn't enough. Marketability, the elusive it factor or star power, is what separates trainees from stars. Bang PD himself defined it perfectly. I'm sure you've experienced this, where you're constantly drawn into a person who is on stage. That is star power. All you need is just one scene. And that's exactly where Jelly comes into the picture. While we're mainly talking about first-place winners here, we can't just crop Jelly out of the equation when it comes to star power. She's there because producers saw that rare quality in her. While Jelly is still refining her skills, needing more chances to showcase her vocals, which, as I've been saying for the longest time, are already stronger than half her group.
Lacy, oh lacy, skin white as daisies. And I know now, even if I tried to change, I'd somehow.
And continuously sharpening her dance, her ability to command attention is undeniable. And in this industry, star power is the one thing that can't be taught. Producers understand that skills can be trained, but presence is innate.
Yeah.
This is why Dream Academy experts emphasized, potential is what we're looking for, that's what the training and development program is for. We're willing to invest in trainees who might be lower in skill because of their potential. And this isn't just a Dream Academy principle, it's an industry-wide truth. Across the idol world, raw potential is often a greater investment than technical perfection alone. Jelly is proof that when producers sense that spark, they're willing to take that chance. And as for Sophia, JL, and Alizia, if you think they've already hit their peak, think again. Their journey is far from over. Based on everything they've shown so far, their growth is still accelerating, and that is exactly what makes their future so thrilling to watch.
Conclusion, truly deserving.
Filipino idols rank first solely because of nationality. Nationality undeniably plays a role, there's no denying that. The Philippines' massive online presence and strong global K-pop fanbase amplify visibility, and in an industry driven by audience demand, visibility itself is a powerful advantage. However, visibility alone isn't enough to secure a debut. Entertainment companies aren't making sentimental decisions, they're making calculated investments. K-pop is, first and foremost, a business. Every debut lineup is a high-stakes move where marketability, long-term potential, and audience connection take precedence. National pride alone isn't enough to justify placing an idol in a group if they don't bring real value. And Sophia, JL, Alizia, and Jelly bring that value. Their self-awareness, ability to showcase their strengths, and undeniable star power, combined with the market demand their nationality generates, make them irreplaceable assets. But here's the truth, visibility may open doors, but it doesn't keep anyone in the room. Even without the survival show format, these idols would have still stood out as strong debut candidates. Their presence, work ethic, and ability to captivate audiences are qualities that labels actively seek. Industry experts have already validated their potential, not just because of their popularity, but because they see something that transcends borders, something that can't be manufactured or faked. At the end of the day, fan votes may amplify their reach, but they can't fabricate the talent, presence, and star power that industry professionals recognize. And that's what makes these Filipino idols not just well-voted, but truly deserving. As K-pop continues to evolve, we're seeing more and more foreign idols, not just Filipinos, taking the spotlight. And this isn't just a passing trend, it's a permanent shift. The industry is no longer confined to one country or culture, it's becoming a global stage where anyone with the right mix of talent, presence, and determination can rise to the top. But behind all the discussions about talent and skills, there's something even more important, mental resilience. While skill and talent are essential, it's the ability to persevere through doubt, criticism, and pressure that truly defines an idol. Whether Filipino or not, every idol who steps onto that stage deserves respect. It takes extraordinary courage to put yourself out there, knowing you'll face endless scrutiny and expectations. Yet, these idols push through, enduring the challenges, the doubts, and the pressure, to chase a dream that isn't promised to anyone. And maybe, one day, that could be you. The idols we admire today prove that talent, resilience, and belief in oneself can turn dreams into reality. Who's to say you can't do the same? Thank you so much for watching. See you in our next video.
That's all? Okay, so that's all, guys. That's brutally analyzing the truth about Filipinos ranking first in idol survival shows. So it's not actually because they are Filipinos, because Filipinos are have really strong fan base, but because the idols, the Filipino idols competing in Korean shows are really so talented. So it's not just about being a Filipino, but it's about being a talented person, regardless of what race you are. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode. This is actually from EK Cristobal. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm going to watch other videos like this in my next episode. For now, guys, thank you and bye-bye.